When someone is jealous or envious of you, the first thing that they are going to try and attack when it comes to you is going to be your reputation and people's perception of you. That is the first thing that the jealous person is going to try and damage. Women do this a lot, which is why I always say I don't really keep women around me. You have to be a certain type of woman. I don't keep women around me. That's just a boundary that I have because they will work overtime to plant small seeds in people's heads about you to start transforming and morphing people's perception of you. That's how jealous women operate. Women, and yes, I'm going to keep saying women. I'm not saying men aren't jealous, but women live, breathe, and eat jealousy. That's just something that that's how I feel about women. Not all women, but 98.9% of them have a jealousy problem. And I'm very aware of that. What women like to do is change people's perception towards someone that they're jealous of. So you can be a nice, beautiful, vibrant, confident woman, and a woman will not like you. You can find this in the workplace. You can find this at church. You can find this amongst family. The chick don't like you, right? She don't know you like that, but she don't like you. Or something about you triggers her. What she's going to do is she's going to go around and start planting seeds in people's minds to change their perception of you.
Woo! If that wasn't a gospel right there. Shout out to that beautiful woman on TikTok for saying what I've been saying for many, many years on how women are when they're in these codes and packs. They will get other women that hate women themselves to join their coalition to take women down online. But these are the women that say that they're not protected. Black men don't want them. They don't love them. But look at how they operate amongst other people. Guys, thank you so much for being with me today. I did I'm doing this show. I'm not going to be on that long. I want to make this quick. I didn't even promote it. I do apologize to those who don't know about this show, but I wanted to do something really quick here. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew that I was okay. I took a mental break for myself. I'm glad that I did that. I hope you guys are all having a good Thursday. I'm having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, y'all. God has been good in my life. But there are some things that I wanted to, talk about because I know that when it comes to women, they can be catty, they can be, you know, um, hateful, jealous, and it's always going to be of somebody. See, when we talk about jealousy amongst women and this girl code, a lot of women don't like to admit that they are just jealous of a certain individual. We were taught as kids, if you don't like somebody, leave them alone, right? Don't give them your light. Don't give them a platform for people to know that you don't like them. If somebody was confident within themselves and they're happy and they're living this wonderful life like they claim on social media, they wouldn't have time to hate on other women. But when you get these people that keep talking about the same person every single day, that's an obsession, honey. And the sad part is they don't even see it. Their followers won't tell them because they love the hate. They love that this person hates another woman, right? So they're going to participate in it. Not all of them, but some of them. You have some people that would say, "Oh my goodness, you talking about her again? You ain't got nothing else to talk about?" No, they don't. Because they're jealous and they're obsessed with a certain individual that they claim to hate. If I hate you, I'm not talking about you, right? I'm moving on with my life. I'm staying in my lane. But if I'm jealous of you and I want to be like you and I want to take what you have, I'm going to spread rumors. I'm going to spread lies, show this person in a negative light to get other people to be mixed up and confused like they are. But the truth is, this person hates themselves. They're going through their own mental battle. And instead of them addressing their own mental battle, they're rather projected onto other people. But let me tell you, I want my haters to hear this. You can't take what God has for me. I don't care how many women you enlist in your circus. You're going to still be a clown. Y'all feel what I'm saying tonight? I don't care what you say about me. She's ugly. She's fat. She's unattractive. I don't give a care. Let me tell you why. I'm married. I'm taken off the market. I don't have to look good for you women. I don't have to spend my life hoping that a man can look my way. I got mine 14 years in. So this girl code and this pack of women who hate each other, they don't even like each other. They're only cool because they all hate the same person. But in reality, they all talk about each other behind their backs. That's what they do. That's why a lot of females don't keep a lot of females in their circle because they're phony. Let me tell y'all something. August of 2023 of last year, I didn't have any issues in my life with women. No issues. 9 years online at that time, almost going on 10. And I never had one individual stalk me, harass me, belittle me, nothing until the brick case. When the brick case came about in September, a lot of fake women wanted to be on my team. But let me tell you how the girl code works. Before they become cool with you, they do their research on you. They know what you're posting online. They know what you're saying online. They know how you operate. You're not fake then. You're not a narcissist then. You're not ugly then. You're the hero. They even groupie hop into your inbox and say, hey, sis, I love what you're doing, sis. You're killing it, sis. Can I get a consultation, sis? They will act like a fan, right? You let them in your circle. They get the ammunition they need to use against you because the whole goal is for them to be where you are. See, but a lot of them, they fail miserably. You'll see that a lot of my haters, they're moving at a snail's pace. Well, why, Daphne? Because they are a jealous, insecure individual. But you'll look at me and let me upset my haters a little bit. Give me 1 second. Let me upset my haters. I want to say thank you to all the people who have continued to rock with me. 26,000 subs. I remember last year around August, I was at 9,000 subs. So we can safely say the celebrity podcast is growing. But I can't say that about a lot of other people. Why? Because when you're a hateful and bitter individual, you don't progress. You don't move forward. You stay in reverse. Everything you talk about is the past because you have nothing to talk about, right? But while you're talking about me, thank you to my haters. You're increasing my numbers. I'm not decreasing. But see, they'll come around and say, she's buying subscribers. She's fake. That's what a hater is supposed to say. That's what they're supposed to say. When it comes to this girl code, I noticed that if I called out a woman, all of a sudden I'm a fraud. All of a sudden I'm fake. All of a sudden I'm not with the program. That's what women do. When you are not on their side when it comes to hating other people, you're going against the code. Daphne, how can you do that? How can you tell on another woman? You're a woman. You have breasts, you have a boot. No, that's not the way I operate. Any woman that has to enlist a whole bunch of other women to hate a person, do y'all realize you're being controlled? How do y'all not see that? A lot of these women have brains. A lot of them don't. They're not all there, but a lot of them do. So how can y'all let another woman tell you who to hate if that woman didn't do nothing to you? That means that that woman has power over you. Good luck with that. Because the minute that little pack falls out, what do you think these women are going to do? They're going to talk about that woman just like they did me. But I want to let you guys know something today. They don't hurt me. I don't give a care what they say about my looks, what they say about me as a person. I'm not married to them. My life isn't to please them. But let me tell you, haters, something out loud. You can't take from me what God has for me. I don't care how hard you work. I don't care how hard you try. You can't take that from me. I'm progressing. You're not. Maybe you should find another angle. Hating me isn't going to work. I don't care how many women you enlist in your pack of wolves. It won't work. There's people that have known me for over 10, 15, 20 years. They know what I do for people. If I brought 20 of my clients from the last few months that I've given coaching to, they'll say I paid all of them. So I want to remind you guys, you will never please your haters. They're always going to have something negative to say about you because they love you. They're in love with you. My haters are more obsessed with me than my own husband. I mean, I'm flattered, but I don't like women like that. Sorry. But you'll notice that a lot of women don't keep circles of women because they don't trust them. You shouldn't trust anybody. You shouldn't, because everybody has a motive. And when you're high and they're low, they want to be where you are, but they'll never get there. They will never, heavy on the never, because of how they're doing it. You feel me? So any rumors or misinformation you're hearing about the queen of accountability, let it fly. Don't partake in their circus. They're clowns, bozos. That's what they are. Let them entertain themselves. They think I care. No, I don't. You're talking to yourself at this point because I don't give a damn. It doesn't bother me because I know who the fuck I am. So I wanted to play a couple of videos because there's some things I saw online that I think is like, it's very important. When it comes to women, they will sit there and tell other women, I need you to hate this person, or I need you to lie for me. And they'll do it because that's my girl, right? The girl code. I got you, sis. I hate her too, sis. Let's hate her together. Okay. That's what they do. It's easy. But the minute those women fall out, it's the same cycle. They're not really your friends. They don't care about you. They just want you for that time, for that moment. Fake people are only in your life for a season because you're supposed to catch on it. And when you do, and you cut people off, you'll see who was fake by who's loud. Every two people, if there's two people in a group and they fall out, one of them is going to show out. That's what they do because they were the fake ones from the beginning. I cut people off and I quietly go along with my life. But you'll see a lot of people, they're so attached to me at the hip. They can't let me go. Thank you. Thank you for loving me like you do. Because you wouldn't be talking about me every day if you didn't love me. I'm living in your head rent free. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me every single day because I ain't thinking about you. But anyways, let me go to this first video, y'all.
Notice most of us black women, we do an outstanding job at keeping other black women single. Girl, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them men. Girl, don't listen to them picnics. Girl, wear what you want to wear. Talk how you want to talk. Go to whatever after hour spot you gonna go to. Do you. Bar hop. Do you. Also, girl, your man is controlling. Couldn't be me. I'd be letting him go. Ain't no way. Ain't no man finna control me. Ever. What? Control who? What? Not me. Girl, please. Couldn't be me, baby. Keeping them single.
Keeping them single. And you'll notice that these women in these girl codes, these packs, they don't got a ring. They'll never get a ring unless their phone is ringing. You feel me? So they're jealous that they can't find a man that loves them like my husband loves me. Well, I'm sorry. It starts with you. You're not going to get me to become what you want me to become because I'm going to be who I am regardless. But I want to remind you guys that before the brick incident, I was stress-free. Never had not one court case. So you would figure that somebody had to cause this disruption in my orbit, this hurricane. That's what it is. When I let my guard down, fakes got in. It will never happen again. Heavy on the never. I want to talk to Janelle. Janelle, can you hear me? Take yourself off mute.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Janelle. So, Janelle, first I want to ask you, do you believe in this girl code? Do you think it's okay to lie for your friend, hate other people for your friend? Do you believe in that narrative?
I'm my own person. I don't even like people like that. So hell no.
So if I was your best friend and I told you, girl, this woman online, she don't like black women. She's a fraud. She's a narcissist. She's ugly. I need you to hate me with her. She's a fraud. What would your answer be?
I don't know her and that don't got nothing to do with me.
But girl, you're supposed to be my girl. The girl code. You're supposed to hate who I hate.
Nah, bro. You on your own with that one.
I like that. See? That's how it should be, but that's not how it is.
One.
You got these grown ass women sitting there saying, okay, girl, I hate Daphne. I do too. She's a fraud. Yeah. Let's hate her together. Okay. And they slap hands and they bump butts and they're both on the same team. So it's easy for women to repeat the same BS when they're in the circle together. It's easy to repeat it. Let me ask you this, Janelle, did you ever have any fallouts with any women in your life that were supposed to be your friend?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Your last fallout, when you guys fell out, did any of you go on social media to tell the world?
Nah. Well, actually, believe it or not, she fell out with me and I just didn't care. She did go on social media and attempted to trash me. And I just sat there and was like, you did all of that for what? I don't really care that much, nor do I care what anybody got to say. So that's your fault. That don't got nothing to do with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, how long were you her friend, if you don't mind me asking?
10 years.
Whoa. You said 10 years?
Yeah, about 10 years.
Okay, so you were cool with this woman for 10 years. Y'all were best friends. Y'all fall out and she ran to social media.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds to me like that was her intention. She was never really your friend. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Did you ever have any fallouts with friends who did not make it a broadcast event?
I have.
Okay, so when you have a person in your life who you've been friends with for a long time or even a short time, when that person runs to social media and you're quiet, what does that say about the other person?
Oh, for me, I be looking for that. I'm not even gonna lie, Daphne. I really do, because I feel like a lot of people live glorified lives through social media, so they make themselves they hype themselves up for other people. And
Mm,
so, if you got to go on social media and trash me, first of all, you can't even come to me as a woman and talk to me where we could
mm,
work this out. Like, we supposed to be friends. So, first of all, before you want anybody else, you should be coming to me. We should be having a conversation. One, you shouldn't be getting offended by what I say, because if you got love for me, you know I'm not coming from a place of malice. You know I'm coming
mm.
from a place of love. But if you take it as, oh, well, you just hating, you this, you that, was you ever really my friend to begin with? Like, let's be real. But I also attribute that to some women don't even know who the hell they are. So they got this little persona that they trying to put on. So you go be her over there the fuck away from me. That's how I feel. Straight
Mm.
up.
So let me ask you this. Do you have a lot of friends that are women?
No,
Okay, how small is your circle? How many women do you actually trust right now in your life?
two.
Guys, she's proving my point. She's proving my. Let me ask you this: why only two?
Because everybody else has either been shallow or wanted to stab me in the back because I didn't agree, or I wouldn't ride with certain things. There's just certain things I just don't ride with, and I'm just not gonna put up with. And so one thing I'm not gonna do is I don't do well with women who like to trash men just because they don't
Mm,
agree with you, or what. I don't ride with that. I can't do that. I'm also one of those women, like, if you have a son, his father is important. I don't care how you feel about his father. You should never talk negative about his father in front of him, because that's half of him. So the fact that you do that, you trash, and you treat your son a certain way, I can't rock with you. Nah, I can't do it. I can't.
well, I definitely respect that response from you. And one thing you said that was very important that I caught. You said if you got a problem with me, address it with me. I noticed that when if a woman had a problem with me, they're not gonna go toe to toe with me. They're not gonna reach out to me like a woman and say, "Hey, Queen, I don't like how you're not promoting me enough. Can you share my page? Can you help me get some subscribers? Because I'm sinking right now."
Right.
Instead, they assume that I'm supposed to know that. I'm supposed to just believe that you deserve that. No, it doesn't work like that in my circle. But if you got a problem with me, I would assume that you would reach out to me like a woman, like an adult, and say, "Hey, I didn't like this." But too often do these women, they go right to social media. I have a bone to pick. This ugly woman, the queen of accountability. I need everybody to hate me. Oh, she's ugly. Yeah, girl, let's hate together. And they think that I'm sitting here in the corner crying. At the end of the day, you prove my point on how women are. They don't really care about you. They're only with you for the moment. There's a benefit that you bring to them. And I learned that when all these people saw me in the lights with this brick case, they just got a fever. I gotta be on Daphne's team. And you would know that they were supporting me, sharing my page, rocking with me. I wasn't a fraud then. I wasn't fake then. I wasn't ugly then. I became all these things when I pushed them out. See, and there's going to be people that believe them, and there's going to be people like, you know what? You said she's this person, but this is a broken record. So let me ask you this, Janelle, if somebody told you, I don't like Janelle, she's a fraud, she's a narcissist, she's ugly, but I talk about you every day on my page. Let's say Facebook. Monday, I talk about you, you're a fraud. Tuesday, you're ugly. Wednesday, you're fat. Thursday, you're ugly.
Daphne,
Friday,
by
you're
by
not.
Tuesday,
What
Daphne,
would you
by Tuesday, I don't care. By
okay,
Tuesday,
but
I really don't care.
what would you
By
think about this
Tuesday,
woman who keeps your name in her mouth? Would you say that that's
you
somebody
love
that
me. You
there
love
you
me.
go. That
You love me.
guys, they love me.
You
Thank you
love
for
me.
loving me. Because my haters are making my page pop. Because y'all can't stop talking. But here's the thing, Janelle, let me ask you this. Why is my page increasing while they're talking about me, but their page is sinking like the Titanic? Why would you what do you have to say about that?
So it's funny because you said that, because I did. So I've seen some Daphne haters. Okay, there's some people who I don't talk to anymore on Facebook because they were Daphne haters, which is hilarious. We having a conversation. No, I shared one of your posts one time, and I had somebody inbox me and they're like, "How dare you share her post? She don't care nothing about black women." This and that. I said, "Yo, What are you talking about? And like, yo, her, she be hating on women and that. Sweetheart, no, she don't. She just holds you accountable. That's your problem. You don't want to be held accountable and you don't like it. That's your fault. That don't got nothing to do with me. I rock with what she talking about. I don't
Mm,
really care. Oh, well,
mm.
if you gonna be her friend, then we can't be friends. Okay, bye. Like, bye. I don't really care because you know what? At the end of the day, for me, I'm about fairness. I'm about fairness and about truth, and that's all I care about. If you wrong, you wrong. Be wrong. Stand in your wrongness. Own it. Be accountable for it. I and move on. The problem is when you hit them with that accountability mirror, then they feel attacked. They feel seen. So now they gotta attack you. I think it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh. I think the shit's hilarious. But for me, it's like, yo, how can I take you serious and call you a woman and you can't stand on your own 2 feet? You can't stand on it. So what do you, my grandmother always told me this. If you can't stand on your word, you're nothing more than a cockroach. So if you can't stand on what you say, own it. Be like, you know what, I was wrong, or whatever have you, and move on. I don't rock with you anyway because you're nothing more than a cockroach to me. All I'm gonna do is stomp on you and keep it moving. And that's where I'm at with it.
Damn. She said stump.
Stomp.
So I appreciate you. And like I said, people, you said somebody hopped to your inbox and said, why would you share that? Thank you for forming your own opinion. And even if you didn't agree with something I say, see, a lot of these women in this little code, sisterhood, girl code pact, they'll say that I delete people for no reason. No, 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 no. I delete people who threaten to report me. If anybody's known, I'm on my third Instagram. Facebook will put me on a 30-day ban. So anyone that threatens to report my page, I block them. Anyone that starts spamming my page, and I mean copying and pasting the same things in my comments, I block them. And anyone that threatens my safety after I dox them, I block them because I'm gonna make sure they see it coming when we have to be in court. So those are the reasons I do it. But people think if someone said Daphne, I disagree. Block. No, I don't do that. No, 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 no. But the narrative with the girl code is that if you don't agree with her, she's gonna block you, and that's not what I do. But I've been reported many times, and a 30-day ban, it sucks. It really does. And anyone that's lost their Instagram pages and they're on their third one, they will understand why it's important to take what they say as serious. Women can get together and report the same post and they will take it down. And then you have to say, I didn't do it. And sometimes they'll restore it. And sometimes they'll say, nah, we can't give it to you. 30 days. I don't like going through that. And I think I've been doing well with that. That's why I haven't been on a 30-day ban this year on Facebook because I've known how to weed that out. But Janelle, thank you so much. Hang on, Janelle. Don't go nowhere. Sharon, can you hear me?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for attending my show. You are another
Yeah,
female. You know who I am.
I
Now,
do.
now you don't have to tell anybody what I've done for you offline. That's not their business. But I
Hmm?
want to ask you, what is your how can I put it? What do you think about me as a person? Don't take queen of accountability out of it. Outside of social media, and be
Okay.
honest. Please be honest. What do you think about me? Because I'm putting you on the spot. What
You
what's
really
your
are.
go ahead? I know, and I'm sorry to do this, but what do you
No,
think
I'm
about me
good.
right now?
So, okay, so I'm probably not even told you this before, but I had watched you for a while. And you hear people say things. I'm old enough to make my own, thoughts and decisions, just kind of like what Janelle was saying. But I had seen you, paid attention, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay attention to her for a little while. Then the Rhoda case came, and I'm like, oh, she calling people out like I wish I could, like saying things that I wish I could. So I was like, okay, well, let me just start really checking and seeing what she got going on. Then I start seeing you talk about supporting people going to school, and I'm like, oh, I got sons. My sons, don't want to go to traditional schools, things like that. So let me check and see what she's got going on. I reached out to you. And when I reached out to you, I don't know if you remember this exactly, but when I reached out to you, I finally in my mind was like, all right, she seems legit. Like I've watched her enough. I ain't that anxious anymore. Cause at first, some of us as women, if you hear another woman and she sounds strong, she sounds a little powerful, you kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I want to talk to her. So you got that vibe. And I'm like, but she means business. So after the Rhoda thing, I saw the school stuff. Come on, right, Gray Pill, vet it for real. Um, and then I said, I'm gonna tell her about school, what I've done in my past, kind of what I'm ready to do. I told you where I was, and I was currently in the ER. And you said, you know what, sis? When you get yourself together, get your health together, hit me up and we'll talk about this later. Now, at first in my mind, I'm like, oh, she just brushed me off. She probably gets this from people all the time. And I think it might have been maybe, you have to correct me, Daphne. It might have been maybe 5 months later. And I
Yeah,
called you
I
and
want.
said, yo, I'm ready. My health is better. And what happened? I'm in school now. My kids are looking at me like, dang, mom, you're going back to school. You could do this, and then here come all these people I'm hearing saying all these things. I ain't gonna call no names. I ain't gonna say what they look like because that's what happens as females. We first go to what people look like when we don't like them, but they know who they are. And I'm like, how are they saying these things when I done watched this woman? She got a whole ass man. Oh, excuse, she got a whole man. So she chose. Okay, why are they talking about her? She helped me. I'm black. Obviously, I may be on a lighter shade, but so what? I'm still a black woman. That counts. I've been down and out. She listened. She helped me. More than
Wait, wait,
anything,
stop
you
right there.
encouraged.
Stop right there. When you said you were down and out,
Hmm.
you didn't ask me for anything. I need you to put that in there.
Oh, I
You
did
didn't
not.
ask me for anything. Okay, go ahead, Queen. Go ahead and
I
continue.
came to you, like I said, I came to you each time, like, I'm ready. I think I want to do this. And then what really kind of, not even kind of, what really pissed me off was when I heard Tiffany talking about your mom. I got hot because my daughter passed away in 2023. So I was like, how dare somebody, come at somebody like this? And so it just helped me a lot watching you not go off on her because of that situation. But then for you to be woman enough to turn it around, bring her back on here, get her to even say, you know what, maybe I do have some things I need to work on in my life. And now Tiffany's in the same position I'm in, working on herself because she watched you. Because, well, her situation, she was talking crap first. That's a little different, but you still helped her out. And like I said, when I told you about my daughter, you listened. When I told you, I understood how they shouldn't have been talking about your mother like that. That was uncalled for. You were like, you understand. I said, yeah, I get it. And then at that point, it was no longer, this is this. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is no longer, this is just some woman I'm watching on Instagram, Facebook, and all those things. This is someone who actually, I could say now, is a mentor, is now a friend who actually is like, hey, how you doing today? And I've seen there's other people out there, like Janelle said, who support you, but those other people, we don't need to worry about them no more. So we're good.
Well, I appreciate you, tell saying that. When you first reached out to me and you told me you were going through your health, people tend to think that I capitalize on people's pain. I will just, you
No.
know what? I need you to tell the doctor to, keep your heart beating so I can get you in the school. Mm-mm. I told you to get back to me when your health was in order because it is number one. And I would never want to add pressure. So I appreciate, and even with you saying that, people are still going to flip your story and say, she paid you. She paid you. And we both
Did
know
I
that
ever
that's
ask you
the
for
case.
money? I never asked you for money. Like that's
You
the
know,
thing.
nope.
People don't they assume. They assume a lot of things. Um for one, we're in a shallow society. So all they're going to do is look at the surface stuff and they're going to think what they think. But back to what we were saying about jealousy earlier. These are just jealous people. So let them be jealous.
I heard that. I heard
And they're
and
going to come for me probably because they're always in the chat looking and listening, but
oh yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, there's someone in the chat right now that's talking stuff and I get to that. I don't think you guys can even see it.
Oh,
But
I
they
can.
definitely
Oh, I
you
saw
can
it, Daph. I
I'm
saw it.
here.
and
Come on,
I ain't even paying
Janelle.
her no attention.
Right.
you can. And
Like I said before, Daphne, we are squad for you. Like, I mean, there's other people, even the men, the Quan and the Roger Report, all these other people. Come on.
yeah. So yeah, this page is a fake and it's cool. Like I said, I'm not. I think it's funny when people, create these fake pages and they have the most to say, and that's life. At the end of the day, they're hiding for a reason. It's easy for someone. So that person that was in the chat talking stuff, they were a fake page, and I went to their page and they had pictures of me all over it. So again, what these women do is they send people to act like this is, just another person that hates Daphne. But no, I look at where it comes from. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to women, they just don't like the fact that they can't break me. That's what they're trying to do. And they will send a bunch of other women, or they even create a fake page because they are scared. They even try to taunt me and say this, say it's not gonna work because I know who I am. You're not on my
Mhm.
level. You'll never be on my level. If this was a 100-yard, dash, they haven't even left the blocks. I already passed the finish line. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's how far we are. Y'all never be on my level, and I get it. But there's ways you can possibly get there if you weren't going the way you're going. And
Can I
Sharon,
ask
I
you a question,
appreciate that.
Daphne?
Yes, you can.
So let's talk, okay, because the topic is girl code, right?
Yeah,
So my question about that is, I'm from a generation where our girl code meant things like you go to the bathroom with your homegirl at the same time. You don't smash your girl's ex-boyfriend. You hear somebody talking crazy about your friend and they not there, you stand up for them. That's the girl code I grew up with. This new girl code, I don't know if it's a generational thing or what, but
it is. It is.
that's a shame.
It is. The girl code back in the day, you didn't do anything that can get you in trouble. You didn't participate in someone else's, folly. You told your girl,
Yeah.
look, I love you, sis, but that person didn't do nothing to me. If she made you feel a type of way, just leave her alone. No, they would say, no, that's not enough, sis. I need you to help me take her down. And that's the new code. The code that will try to destroy a man or woman's life. That's what they're out to do. It's beyond doing the right thing. They're now going above and beyond to hurt people. This girl code is like the sisterhood. They both go hand in hand. Like just now, that girl that was all in the chat, you wear a ski mask, you're ugly. I know where that's coming from. But at the end of the day, why would a woman care about what I look like? I'm not married to you. It's logic here. It's logic. Why aren't you married? What are you doing to hold you? Well, I don't want to be married. Clearly, you want something because you're giving me all this attention. You should be giving that to a man. And I think the saddest part about all this, these people, these men and women who hate me, they actually have kids. So imagine how their kids are going to feel when this circulates. Someone inboxes them. Is this your dad? Is this your mom online acting like a hot fool? This is where you came from? Damn, I feel bad for you, girl. Your mom is so pathetic. She's really online. Your dad, he's a clown. They're really online making you look bad. See, I thought when women had kids, they don't think for themselves anymore. They think for their kids. They have to remember that I have to leave a legacy for them. What legacy are a lot of these women going to leave? Bitterness, unhappy,
Daphne, can we
mad
be
at the
honest?
world, a bunch of cats.
Can we be honest?
Yeah, you can be honest. Go ahead.
Can we be really honest? Like we're gonna
Yeah.
throw it all on the table. Let's be really clear here. Half of these women don't even want to be mothers. They don't even care about their kids, let alone how they
Right.
showing up for these kids. They do not care. So if we're gonna be 1,000, if we really gonna bring this to the table, let's really bring it all the way out. Look at COVID. COVID showed us a lot. These kids was failing worse at home than when they was in school. Why? Because they didn't have any teachers who really cared about them. They was at home with their mamas. And what was their mamas doing? Not making sure they doing their homework, not checking in for school, not none of that. So these women really don't care about their kids, nor do they really care about how they look in front of these kids. You know what they care about? That dollar and them BBLs and how they look in front of everybody else. They don't care about their kids. They don't even really raise their kids, if we're gonna be honest.
So let me ask you this: these women that don't care about their kids, because I caught that too. Because if I was a mother and I had kids, right, I'm not gonna act a fool online, knowing this can hurt my kid's future. That's why I tell people how you act online, how you treat people, that affects your kid's life. They could either have a life of hate, pain, or you can leave them a legacy of doing the right thing. So I would be embarrassed if I was an adult and my mother was online acting like a fucking fool. And mind you, I didn't give birth to you. You gave birth to me, and this is what you're showing me that the world is about. It's pathetic. And it's almost sad because I don't have to push a kid out of my vagina to know how to treat a child or to treat an adult. But these women, they don't even care about their kids because if they did, they wouldn't act like they do online. And I know eventually their kids are going to see it. They're not going to be like, yes, mom, good job. It's going to be like, wow, what an embarrassment. So a lot of them don't care. But anti-hyena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. So yes, I can. No, I forgot to ask you guys this. Janelle, are you in a relationship or married?
I'm in a relationship, my love.
Okay, perfect. And Sharon,
I am not in a relationship and I am not married.
and you're still a wonderful person and a beautiful person inside and out, but you are also a strong mother. And you know what I
Thank
mean by that.
you. I am a
Anti
mom of
hyena,
5.
I know you're married and I know you get a lot of hate too. So what do you think about this girl code and these women that are attacking other women in big packs just to get somebody's, pages taken down or just to ruin somebody's reputation? What do you think all this stems from?
They're full of shit. There was a lady who just came on my page a couple of days ago talking about something. Why are you always talking about black women? You hate black women. You just got self hate. I said, why don't, and the videos that I post are about women who don't take care of their kids. You got grown women twerking on babies with diapers on. And instead of addressing that, you mad at me. They online doing it. And you think that's appropriate? I seen what you posted, Daphne, about the 20 verses. That's adult stuff. Why are kids doing that?
So let me ask you this, Anti. So I noticed that, like, with the, let's say, Jasmine Moss. If anybody remembers Jasmine Moss, she was the woman that was allowing her daughter to do Brazilian waxes at 4 years old to 5 years old. Now, I want to remind you that for a whole year, when her daughter was 4 and turning 5, she had all these videos of her daughter between a woman's legs, butt bald naked, and she's pulling the wax, pulling the strip off of her exposed vagina. Now, when it came across my desk, I not only called the police, but I also called CPS, and they gave me a case number, and they actually acted on that. But you had these women, these girl code sisterhood women telling me, "How dare you? You call CPS and you're evil." Anti, why? Why do they get mad at me for helping save a kid? Because that's abuse. Let me ask you this. Would it be different if it was a father letting his daughter wax at 4? Do you think these same women would have the energy like, it's okay, she can wax at 4? Why do you think these women are still mad at me for doing things like that today?
Because it exposes who they are.
Mm, mm. And who are they?
Hyenas.
So
I
I
love
told
it.
my dad I'd do better with not calling them that. I like to call them unstable creatures because that's what they are. But I noticed a lot of women told me I was a snitch. How dare you call CPS? What are you supposed to do when you see a child being abused? Because they're the first ones to send me a man doing something wrong, right? But when it's a mother, we have to have compassion because she gave birth to this child. No, I don't follow y'all code. If I see a mother online, a father online abusing their kid, exploiting their kid, I'm telling. If you don't like it, do something about it. And you're not going to do anything about it. So please shut up on that. Because, like I tell people, when I worked for the state, that was my job to check on kids. And it's no different than an officer. You can have a police officer that's been in the field for 30 years and then he retires. Do you think if he was going to get a bite to eat and he saw a man hitting a woman that he'd just keep walking on by? Yeah. No, he's going to revert back to what he knows. Because even though he doesn't work it anymore, he's still held under those certain values. If you see something, say something, right? So women get mad at me for exposing bad women because they think because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to let it slide. No, I will never let it slide. So if you don't
They
like it,
want
you don't. Go ahead, Queen.
they want everybody to mind their business, but minding your business is the reason why police just saved a innocent little black infant
Mm,
from passing away in a hot car.
that's not enough. They'll say, well,
That
did you have to call CPS? You couldn't just break the window and let the child breathe? That's what women say to me every day. Did you have to
that's
call CPS?
ridiculous.
Let me tell you what I did with Jasmine Moss. I actually sent her a message and I commented on one of her posts. I said, listen, what you're doing, and see, people won't give me the credit for this, but I still have the receipts. I said, what you're doing is abuse. And I'm asking you to take down this stuff that you have up, or I'm going to have to call CPS. Not only did she delete my comment, but she blocked me. But they say I stay blocking people. When she blocked me, that told me all I needed to know. I then contacted the police in Tennessee, and then I contacted CPS. And you know what they told me? We wish there were more Daphnes. We wish you were in Tennessee. We would hire you because most people are not accurate. I was accurate with my details, addresses, phone numbers, anything it took to make sure those kids were safe. This mother is going online telling people how her daughter made all this money. They know she's a single mother with a daughter and 2 kids. So I'm 2 boys. So she's also a target. You know how easy it is to get a lick out there when you're telling everybody your business? She made 935. Guys, I was more concerned with why her daughter's face was damn near in their vagina. Y'all, So this girl code wants me to shut up and keep scrolling. Because mind you, that woman was doing it for a year before she finally got in trouble. Ask yourself why those women, those mothers, empowerment, why they sat up there and supported her putting her 4-year-old daughter to work. What sister code are
That's
y'all
so
living by?
weird.
Y'all feel
That
what I'm
is
saying?
so
So
weird.
again, I tell women all the time, I'm not on your side. You're not
But
gonna get me.
Daphne,
Go ahead.
but just like somebody else said in the chat, their mothers were doing things like that. Like they have to learn these things from somebody else. They see their mothers just doing whatever. These may be the moms that just walk around their house, fully nude when
Mm-mm.
they've got 3 or 4 kids, and so they think nothing of it. But look at what's happening in that child. But nobody's calling CPS because of course the child thinks that that's normal because that's what their mom does, but it's not normal. And so these are those parents that are teaching their children just to do whatever the hell they want to do and see
Yeah,
whatever parts of whatever body, and it don't make a difference.
it
There's
doesn't.
no reason why children should be exposed to adult parts from a man or woman.
Exactly.
Man
There's
Yep.
just
or
no
a woman.
reason.
Heavy on the man or a woman. So,
Hmm.
ladies, I want to ask you guys a question. If you, and this is going to be personal, if you saw one of your friends that you know very well doing something that is illegal online, I need to know each of your responses. We'll start with Janelle. What would you let's say you saw a mother, one of your friends, she's a mother, and she's posting her daughter online in skimpy clothes. And let's say the daughter is 5, but she got her daughter looking like she's 25. Janelle, what is your response? What do you do?
Girl, I'm listen. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Take it down. You're not taking it down. Guess what? I'm not only calling CPS. I'm calling your mother. I'm calling her father. I'm calling everybody because this is atrocity. I actually lost a friend behind that because she was exploiting child support for her son, and
Mm.
so I called child support. I was like, "Yo, listen, she lying. She's not struggling. She made this amount of money. She had this money under the table. Please take that man off of that child support. Come reassess. Matter of fact, she don't even take care of the kid. I might want to send somebody to the house, check the house out, and give the kid to his father. That's what you really want to do." She wanted
But
to fight
Janelle,
me.
you're snitching. You're
I don't
snitching on
care.
a mother.
I
You're
don't
going
care. That's
against
the
the girl code.
I I
Why?
don't I don't care. As a mother, I don't do that to my child. My daughter is 22 years old. Do you hear me? 22. Okay. I wouldn't do that to my kid. I'd be damned if I let you do it to your kid. Because let me tell you something. There's one thing I do believe. I believe that as a woman, whether I birth the child or not, I'm still a mother. And I'm a mother to all these kids. And I got to look out for all these kids because these kids don't have a voice. Ain't nobody checking for these kids. So
Mm,
since you ain't checking for these kids, guess who got to check for these kids? Me.
you.
So if it's got to be me and I got to step in and I got to be me to make sure that child is safe, then I did my due diligence as a mother at the end of the day. Because how can I look my daughter in the face and say, I wouldn't let it happen to you, but I let it happen to somebody else? Nah, not
Mm,
happening.
Janelle, the way the passion in your voice, I can tell you're not playing games. And
I don't play games. I
I
don't.
appreciate you for being on the same level because people think I like, for instance, people say, "Oh no, let me go around round table." Next, Sharon, you're next. Same question. What do you do if you see your friend doing something that you know is wrong? They're exploiting their kid. What's your next step?
So I know we're in hypotheticals, but I'm legit like Janelle. I only have like 2 friends. And I know my 2 friends won't do that. If anything, they'd try to beat me for even assuming that they did something like that because they know good and well they wouldn't do it. But I would be the one to report it as well. I'm not ashamed to say I would report it because the kids can't advocate for themselves all the time. So we as adults and mothers and fathers need to advocate for these children. So I would do the same. I would report it.
I heard that. And anti. I already know your answer, but I want to hear it. Anti.
I stopped being friends with people for less. Okay. I had a friend who tried to call me and vent about her seeing this dude at work and he looking nice. And when I reminded her that she was married and I will not partake in her foolishness, that friendship was over. I don't play that. I don't do that. So
Okay.
I have a moral code with marriages, children, all of the above. You can't be my friend if you on that, because
I
I
heard
ain't.
I heard that. And anti. Well, this is a question for all of you guys. Do you guys currently have a lot of females that don't like you right now that you know are talking about you? We'll start with
Girl,
Janelle.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
Queen
you
Pick
can
I
Google,
mean,
Me.
you can search on YouTube.
I'm
They got
Queen Pick
videos about me
Me.
now. They
I
they
love
they
it.
talk
Anti.
about
Well, anti,
they
I know
talk
they hate
about
you.
yeah.
I'm Queen. Yo,
Anti,
Daphne, I'm
anti,
gonna get a
you
t-shirt.
anti, you don't play games. But
They
let me
probably in
start
the
with
chat
Janelle.
now. I'm
Let
gonna
me do
wave
round
at them.
table. Hold on, ladies.
She
Beautiful
waving at
girls,
him.
my
Go on,
baby.
girl.
Okay, Janelle, right
I'm gonna get
now.
a shirt. I'm gonna get a shirt and I'm gonna put my face on it with a crown and put Queen Pick Me on that. Cause they love to call me a pick. Yo, listen, they tell me that I advocate for men too much. I say I got love for women. Y'all got enough advocates out here. Y'all got a whole bunch of stuff for y'all. I'm out here advocating for men because guess what? Men are not being hurt, especially young boys. So I'm gonna advocate for them. I had a video on my actual so Daphne, I'm on my second Facebook, right? My first Facebook got shut down because I did a live, and on my live I said black women don't respect black men. Yo,
Mm.
out of a 2,000 shares, at least 1,000 was black women. She'll pick me. She is this. Yeah, get mammy, get off the mammy. Wild crazy. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go put my face on a t-shirt. I'll call myself Queen Pick Me because guess what? The idea is to be picked, dummy. But I'm cool with that.
Facts.
I'm
You
cool
Get
with
preaching
it.
that.
too much though. You preaching to I actually have shirts on my website picked. Picked, the ED is emphasized in me. Because they've been calling me a pick me for years and I've been picked for 14. So I'm confused on how that's still even an insult. It really isn't. Because the goal is to be picked, but they're not. And that's why they're mad at us. They want to sabotage and talk about it. So Janelle, you are 100% correct. Sharon, what about you, dear?
I have family that hate me. I mean,
Family.
so I
Damn.
mean, don't get me started. Like it, yeah, they hate me. They hate me, and I'm
Thank you,
okay with
Cheryl.
that.
Well, I don't think you guys have as many haters as anti because anti doesn't even come at people disrespectful. She's a very sweet woman. She's married. She has a business. I am proud of this woman. She came into my anti. How long you been in my orbit?
I think. Well, I've been watching you on Facebook and stuff, and I've seen a lot of things, but I haven't really interacted with you on a personal level since earlier. I want to say last year, maybe.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's safe to say you've been in my circle for at least over a year.
Yes.
Okay, in that time that we've been talking to each other, because we've talked on the phone, you know how it is with us, but how come we haven't had a fallout? How come we haven't had a disagreement or an argument? Because they say I can't get along with women. So why are we getting along so well, anti?
Because we not on that dumb, I ain't gonna cuss on here, but
I'm trying not to. I told my dad I'm doing the best that I can, but go ahead,
yeah,
dear.
we not on that messy business. Let's just put it like that. Where we all have the same goal, which is get our community back. It starts with us.
Mm,
The women are the first teachers.
Come on,
And
girl.
if you teaching your children how to, my daughters don't even know what twerking is. They don't know none of that. You ask my daughter to dance, she'll probably move her head side to side and jump and spin. That's all you getting. I don't play none of that. I gotta do a workout today, and my daughter's not gonna come because they said they playing Meg Thee Stallion music. They don't know who Nicki Minaj is. They don't know who none of them people are. I'm not putting that energy on my daughters. When they play, when they young, I hear them talking like, yeah, this is who I'm gonna marry. This is I try to feed into them people because people on the platform now is talking about how marriage is a big step, but then they'll have a whole baby that they have to take care of for the rest of their life with somebody they don't know. So I'm confused on why people are putting
Exactly
that out
right.
there like marriage is a big step when a whole human is going to be here for the rest of y'all lives. So I'm trying to get people to do something different, learn something different. Stop trying to this stuff. You saw Kamala Harris and how they was getting down. They couldn't even. That's what they think we are, and I
facts.
don't want to be portrayed as that because that's what I'm not.
I heard that. I heard that. And shout out to Jody. Jody, I'm so sorry. Jody, guys, she actually started off as one of my clients with coaching, and we became really good friends too. So there's a lot of women that I have got along with that did not have a fake motive. See, the people that have fallen out in my life, they were there for a season because they were only there for a reason, for me to actually promote them. And when they saw I wasn't going to do it, they wanted to say, you know what, let me redirect this and turn it into a smear campaign against me. But you'll see these other people on this platform saying, well, Daphne, I've heard of you. I know you. You've even helped me. But see, people won't believe it because I didn't put it online. And that's not the way I roll. They even disrespect my mental health brand. And I want to say, guys, I'm sorry I had to remove my number, but people were sharing that number and I was getting fake victims calling my number. So only a selected few will get the number from me if they're like one of my clients. But I did take my number off of my website due to hate. And they tried to stop the train, but the train is still going. I'm still getting sales. I'm still doing very well. I want to thank God for the 15 extra people I added to my schedule this month for coaching. So whatever my haters are doing, it's helping. Haters, I want you to hear this. Please keep talking about me. Please. I love you too. Please keep sharing my name. You're helping my subscriber count go up. I'm getting more clientele. You are doing the job for me. Thank you. Anti, am I right? Anti, right
You
now they're
absolutely
grinding their
right.
gears. She's
You
not. Let me
absolutely
let me
right.
put a picture of her out there. Listen, guys, you're gonna hear and see a lot of negative things about me. Just let it roll off. It doesn't bother me. I'm still married. I'm happy. I'm blessed. And like I said, they can't take from me what God has for me. I don't care how much hate they put into it. You'll see they're taking away from their life. And I'm not gonna entertain them by taking away from mine. I'm gonna keep adding. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do to thrive and grow. So I want to say shout out to you, my haters. Thank you for
Can I
continuing
can I
to allow
respond
me to
to
grow.
Lion's Den? The Lion's Den.
Where's he at? What did he say?
He was in a comment. I want to address what he said about the men teach the household. What I was referring about when women are the first teachers, I'm talking about of the children. So I agree. The man is the teacher of the household. The woman
Okay, I
backs
get
and
what you're saying.
implements,
I found it.
but we're the first teachers of the children. We have them mostly when they're little. Men do be there, but for the most part, when they're working, if you're a stay-at-home mom, the women are the ones that are in the children's face. So if the husband is at work and the woman doing some extra stuff, her kids are going to see whatever she does. That's why I
Mm.
say that's what I mean by that. I'm not
Okay,
saying
so
like we just, and then majority of the household are ran by women, so those type of women too. So that's what I meant by saying that.
Lions Den, I hope she was able to clear that up. But guys, I had a couple more videos I wanted to play. I actually went to TikTok and typed in girl code. They had so many different stories, but what I noticed, there was a lot of beautiful women that were saying how they fell out with a lot of their friends because they did not help them hate somebody. I appreciate those women. If there's any young women listening to my show, I know there's a lot of young women. Some of them don't tell me because they think I'm gonna block them. I won't block you. I'm doing the best that I can to give you a better example. But it saddens me when these young girls reach out to me and say that their mothers or their fathers are not teaching them, how to be, upstanding women, how to promote positivity, not negativity, not to talk about people. If you don't like somebody, block them, move on with your life. But these young girls, they look up to what I do, and all I have to do is impact one, and I've done that. I can tell you now, I know I've impacted one person in my life. But these young girls that are listening to this show today, form your own opinion about people. It's okay to tell your friend you're not going to entertain their folly. You're not going to join their hate train on a man. I'm not going to lie for you to bring a man or a woman down. That's not in my blood. See, because a lot of these women are not realizing that you're being controlled by somebody else. They're telling you to hate somebody because they can't be them. See, jealousy and envy is dangerous. It really is, because women become so dangerously obsessed with you, they can't stop talking about you. And you better believe somebody on their page is like, oh, here we go again. But because if they're not talking about you, their page ain't doing nothing. That's how it is. So I appreciate the hate. It doesn't hurt me. They're not going to do anything to me. They're not going to break me because they didn't make me. You feel what I'm saying? But let me show y'all another video here. This one was really good.
One thing I hate is a gas lighter, Lord, because people sometimes know the shade they threw and they think that you just gonna take it, or they think that you're not gonna peep it, or they know the little things they done to you, the little things they said to you. They know how they talked behind your back. They know, and they just think you don't know. They don't think you peeping. So then when you start to, you know what, I'm distancing myself, I can't do this shit no more, they start saying you acting weird. Bitch, you know how you treat me. Bitch, you know how you talk about me. Stop acting like I'm acting weird because I'm following my intuition. You know too. You just don't understand how I know, baby. It's discernment. So please, when you all start leaving people where they acting weird, leave your gaslight in there too.
She went in. That woman went in. And she is so right. They say you're acting weird because you're not supporting them. You're not supporting the lies. The girl code recently, like over the years, it's been women lying on people to hurt them. And when I figured out that they're lying and I call them out, that is when I become everything under the sun but a child of God. They even
So
say I'm a devil. So I'm
Daphne,
yes.
I got so what you just played. If you don't get out of my life, That is exactly what I meant when I said I have family who don't like me.
Oh, so I
This
spoke to
is
you
the
today. That spoke to you.
girl. This
How
is
do you
what
think
they
I felt when I
do.
saw it? A beautiful, she had that sun radiating on her brown skin. Beautiful. See,
Yeah.
I noticed that when women are positive, they have a glow. Like when we just saw Anti on video, she has a glow. See,
Come on.
beautiful women that are positive, you see it in their face, their aura. But these
Mhm.
negative, bitter, jealous women, you can tell it's an ugly look on them. And I think it
It
was,
is.
I don't know if it was Sharon who told me, you know, some of the people that hate me and you've seen them. And shout
Mm,
out to the person who sent me a Facebook Live from last year. So, what I want to say is that the people that are insulting me, they're not 90s Janet Jackson, 90s Holly Berry, 90s Stacey Dash. They're not even on the list. I've never had a beautiful woman say, "You're ugly. You don't look good. You're unattractive." It's always those women who are not attractive calling me ugly. And I appreciate that from you. Because you feel me? Thank
Can we
you.
do a side by side comparison? No, let me stop.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
No, no, we're not. We're not going to do. See, one thing I told my dad I won't do is entertain and reciprocate the energy. Because we all know that when people are calling you something, it's because that's what they answer to. You know, they might have been
That's
called
true.
ugly their entire life, but clearly I was pretty enough to get a very attractive husband. Oh my goodness, my husband is sexy. Okay. And if I looked like they're claiming I did, I wouldn't have this man. I wouldn't have this man. So I want you guys to know that when people like women insult my looks in the sisterhood, I expect that. I've never heard someone say, "You're a fraud, you're a scam artist, you're an idiot. You don't have no degrees, but oh my gosh, you have a beautiful smile." Has anybody ever heard a hater say that? I haven't. How would y'all felt if Kendrick Lamar said to Drake, "Hate the way you walk, hate the way you rap, hate the way you look, but man, you have nice teeth, bro. Those teeth are perfectly white." Y'all would be like, "What the You don't hear haters compliment the person they hate. They're supposed to hate you. I expect my haters to share misinformation and call me ugly and say I'm this and that. Thank you. You're doing the job of a hater. So when you hear people saying that about me, you don't have to inbox me because I know who I am and I know what I look like. I'm not here to please these strangers. I'm here to please God and my husband. That's something that they'll probably never have, a husband. All they got is some cats. Meow. That's their king. King cat. Meow. They come home to all that noise and cat food and cat hair all over their shirts. I've seen it. These women will never be happy. But while you're thriving, it's gonna piss them off. It really is.
The
It really is.
sisterhood is really mad at Simone Biles and her husband. Like everything that
Why?
woman do, they say something negative about, and I just can't understand why. Like
Can I ask
they
a
was
favor?
mad.
You
Can I
know
ask a,
why? She's married. She's
can I ask a
married.
favor though?
They can you ask a favor?
Yeah, can I ask a favor? Can we stop calling that sisterhood? Because I'm with Sharon. What I grew up in is when I go out with my girls, we together. We a crew. This isn't sisterhood. This is catty playpen nonsense. These are girls. And I appreciate you calling
No,
it
no, no.
girl code
These are
because they're a
women.
bunch
I
of
should have said
girls.
women code, but they call it girl code. But
No, no,
these are
they're
grown
girls.
women. Some of them
We are
at the
grown
age
women.
of, go ahead,
Right,
Daisy.
but you know what, Daphne, if I could be truly honest, right now, but what you're doing right now with having us having this conversation, to me, this is real sisterhood. This is what sisterhood should be looking like. Being
Mm.
Come
honest
on.
and being transparent, being real, being 100 with each other. Listen, we're not going to
Mm.
agree on everything, but you know what? That
Mhm.
doesn't mean we can't come together and have a conversation, a beautiful conversation, still see eye to eye on some points. We might not see eye to eye on everything, but you know what? I still rock with you and I still love you, and I don't even have to know you. To me, this is sisterhood. What that is that they doing out there, that's competition and trauma bonding. That's what that is. That's
Mm.
not no
There it
real
is.
sisterhood.
Janelle, you need
That's
to be a
not real
preacher.
sisterhood.
You are preaching today, girl. I'm gonna go get my Bible after this. The way you
I
preaching right.
got chills.
Yeah, I mean, you too. Like people like Janelle, man, Janelle, I like you, girl. We're gonna have to talk outside of this, Janelle, because you are preaching. I need to get you. I need to get you into school for preaching. Pastor Janelle, y'all, give it up for Pastor Janelle, because when I say that, it's because you are saying the same things that I'm saying, and it's crazy because if these women focus their energy on something positive, they would be beautiful, upstanding, and powerful. They will be everything that they want to be. But instead, they're letting that jealousy chip affect them. It doesn't affect me. I have nothing to be jealous of for them. I don't want to be single. I don't want to be bitter. And I don't even like cats. Now, I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm going to kick them in the air. Kittens are cute. I just don't like cats because they'll turn on you. I seen a
My
cat
husband's
turn on somebody
allergic.
quick. He swiped in. I'm telling you, I said, that ain't for me. I'll be in jail. Peter, they'd be mad at me. I'm by upper room.
Stop it. She said
You'll
people
hear
gonna be
that kick.
mad.
Boom. Meow. It be in the
Yo,
air.
but
So
but
what I'm saying
Denzel
is,
Snipes in the chat, y'all, he said, I heard a narrative that black women don't smile. Happy black women smile.
oh, I
I've
smile.
schamed of course.
And
He
to
said,
those people who have been on my YouTube, they know that just at the end of June, I was in Schaumburg, Illinois for comedian Godfrey. Y'all remember Godfrey was on my page. He will be back soon. But I was backstage with comedian Godfrey and I actually cammed up. So at the end of the day, I told him I figured just say that. I did all that backstage. Me and my husband were backstage. And it made me so happy because he saw me in the audience when I was sitting front row. So if I didn't look like me, how did he spot me? Because
Right.
people be making me laugh. If I left everything at home, my face at home, he knew who I was. And that made my day when he told the security, let Daphne and her husband through. Y'all, I felt like I was a celebrity. There was no pictures being taken, but I felt like it. So, guys, at the end of the day, I'm not here to please them. I'm here to please God and my husband. But, guys, there's a special guest that we have on tonight. I've been waiting for this beautiful woman. Let me tell you about this woman. I met her last year. And ever since I met her, she has changed my life. Let me tell you how I met her. I met her through her husband. Her husband has been a fan of me for over 10 years now. But I want to tell you guys something significant that she did that told me she wasn't like the other frauds in my life. You know what she said to me, y'all? Ladies, listen to this. When I first spoke to her on the phone, she said, Daphne, before we speak, I want to pray for you. I just broke down crying. I don't even know why I cried. I don't even know why I cried, but she sat up there on that phone call and she prayed for me. It was so intense. I had to call my dad and say, this woman I don't know what she did to me. Like put a hex or some voodoo on me. Guys, she showed me her heart and she has not stopped being who she is. So with that being said, Lisa, can you hear me?
I can.
I
Hi,
want to say
Daphne.
thank you. Thank you for being, and like I said, there's a lot of women that are older than me who act like, they're younger than me. And I have to teach them how to be, humble and not talk about people and be positive. But we've had many conversations, Lisa, and I just wanted you to give me your take. I know you told me a little bit over the phone, but I want them to hear it live. So guys, welcome, Lisa. Go ahead, dear.
Awesome. Let me just tell you, thank you for having me on your platform. I am excited to be here, and I wish that I could have heard everything. But what I did hear were these beautiful ladies talking to you. I got like 10 minutes. So my apologies, guys. But what I want to say, and I'm just going to be candid. Daphne, you are a beautiful soul. I'm the kind of person I don't blow smoke up anybody's, but I'm definitely a woman of God. I'm a mother. I'm an advocate for women, children, people. What I've been telling Daphne, and just so you guys will have context, I don't even know her social media. I'm not on her platforms. I don't even know her Instagrams. I see it every once in a while, but I am not that person who's on social media. So I got to know her based on my own eyes, my own spirit, and not what someone has told me or what I have seen. And what I've told Queen, like I like to call her, is that the reason why this is happening to you, because God has catapulted you to the next level, it is very difficult for people to be held accountable when they are caught. It's difficult. And so, one of the things that we need to know as women is that there is always someone who is insecure. Um, I will tell you this, it is important that we know that there are little girls and grown women and little girls, let me say, little girls in grown women's bodies. And what that means is that oftentimes the person who is trying to get noticed was maybe the little girl who got picked on, or the little girl who didn't feel that she was pretty enough, or she didn't get the guy. And she grows up and she wants to have all of this attention. I was talking to Daphne today because I know a lot of creators and a lot of celebrities, and I have a lot of friends. And so I was telling her today that people associate themselves with you and others because they want to be great. People can see your light. What she does and what you do is not easy. It is difficult to be in a position where God has put you in a place where you are holding people accountable. And the reason why you're holding people accountable is because of your own testimony, right? And so your testimony is what it is. You went through some things to get you to this point. People don't want to be exposed. Now, let me just say this. If I had looked at what the public sees, and if I were immature, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, if I were immature, I might not like her. I might not like you, and you may not like me. In fact, if you saw some of the things that I do, you might say that I don't like men because I advocate for women, but that's not true. It is important to know that people will associate themselves with you. And just because they are on your social media platform, they're in your chats, and you think, oh, this person, they're cool because they're with me all the time. They roll with me. They comment for years and months. And emotional intelligence and maturity have nothing to do with loyalty in being in a chat. We have to be mindful who we associate with. Age has nothing to do with maturity. Your maturation level has everything to do with your experiences and your mindset. So we find sometimes that we attach ourselves to people who are older, and I'm older. I am in my 50s. We attach ourselves to people thinking because they've been on this earth for a while that they know things. That could not be further from the truth. And so, as a woman of God, I'm telling you, you have to try that spirit by what it is. It is what it is. And there are grown women, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, who are children, who are in their feelings, and who want clout. They want to be associated with you because the light that you have. It is what it is. And so when you are popular, whether you're a celebrity or you're doing things in the community or you have a big platform, there are going to be people, I call them counterfeit spirits, I call them minions, I call them flying monkeys, that will attach themselves to you. And even when they find out that they are wrong about you, they have to continue on the stance with you because they don't want to be found out. You see, people are not humble enough to say, oh, my bad, I got that wrong. I was wrong for that. Right? So they have to continue on. It's like narcissism 101. And what that means is that people would rather be relevant, even if it's the wrong thing. Right? And so I just want to encourage people to know that, listen, a woman can simply walk into a room, a man too, and be the recipient of harsh verbiage based on their past. I can tell you this. As little girls, we aspire to be great, right? I can't think of a girl that said, when I grow up, I want to be a prostitute. I want to be a drug addict. I want to be essayed. I want to be. We want to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, motivational speakers, astronauts, moms, or whatever it is. We want to business women, right? But in the interim, we have all gone through some stuff, no matter what it is. My story is not yours. Yours is not the next person. But let me tell you, I'm just going to tell you guys, I was abducted on Martin Luther King Boulevard at the age of 18. Pregnant by my assailant. FBI was after me. Okay. My husband said that I came to a certain state to be a prostitute. Couldn't be further from the truth. But the truth is, no matter whether it was true or not, the public thought it was true, right? My past is my past. Your past is your past. And people who do not have a life will hold on and dig for things that have nothing to do with them because their goal is to demolish you. Listen, guys, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he doesn't matter who he takes. Daphne, this is for you. Because of who you are, you're standing strong. And when people try to get close to you, it's because you have something great. A child is a child. no matter what body they're in, right? They can be 60 years old. They're a child. It's a mindset. When people go and dig, and I'm speaking for me as well, when people go and dig in your life, it's because they don't have one of their own. And they have to be relevant. So I'm saying today, everybody on this app, everybody in this platform, everybody in the chat, it is not your project to make people believe you, right? It is not your project to convince people of how great you are. They already know you're great. And that's why they're trying to bring you down, because they have nothing else to do and they don't realize who they are. When you try to destroy somebody else, you're doing yourself an injustice. It's called a counterfeit spirit. It's identity theft. You're so focused on someone else, you can't even be who you need to be.
Mm, mm-mm.
It's identity theft, you know? So when we focus on ourselves, right, we
Right.
can be who we need to be. And so I just want to tell you from an outsider, because I think it's real important. Oftentimes people come on people's platforms because, you know, they're cool and they know each other and they've been rocking with each other and they support. I can tell you guys that I have never been in her chat. I have never been on her platform. I don't even know her like that. I know her in the professional realm. And so I'm just talking about you, but I'm talking about women in general. We have to not allow people in. I want you guys to start vetting people, because
Background.
I'm telling you, vetting people on all levels, and it's okay. It doesn't mean you're being sneaky. It doesn't mean, listen, this is your life. You
Hey,
can't
Lisa,
just, hmm?
before you continue, I wanted you to see the comment I highlighted. I think they muted Helen, but this is what Helen had to say about what I'm doing. Did you
Okay.
see it?
I didn't. Let me see. Let me see.
It's highlighted at the top.
Okay.
Wow,
Not them calling you pure evil
I think
though.
she actually oh, I think I got her kicked out. I'm sorry. Come back on, Lisa. But yeah, whoever Helen is, she said that God is not in anything I do. What I do is pure evil. So I'm not going to say that someone sent Helen. This is her opinion. Helen, that's your opinion. That does not hurt my feelings because I know who I am and I know who I serve. Now, you might not like the delivery of what I do. It's called tough love. But what I do is not pure evil. If I'm sitting here and the police and the CPS is telling me I'm doing a good deed and I'm helping people, then I'm doing the right thing. If you know about God, then you know that his children belong to him. So if you're saying I'm a devil for calling CPS or getting someone fired for trying to ruin someone's life, then that's your opinion. It doesn't hurt me, Helen, but I hope you heal because that's something that's far from the truth. But that's cool.
But
The
Daphne, that
reason why
also
she believe you're
shows
pure evil is because you're not promoting twerking and
Right.
teaching defiant behavior.
Right,
correct. And it also shows that she does not know the God you serve, because if she knew who God was, she wouldn't have even said that. So,
right,
whatever.
right. Lisa, you're back on.
Yes, I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay,
Okay. I
listen.
didn't
Before
hear
you
what
speak, I
Helen
want to
said.
give
I
a
didn't
shout
see
out
the
to
chat.
hold on. Joseph said something I did for him. I appreciate that, Joseph. Like I said, I didn't tell anybody about this show, and I'm shocked that I even have this many people listening because the Olympics is going on right now. So I thought I have like maybe 5, 10 people, but you guys showed out. So Joseph, thank you for giving me that accolade. I do things without people, I do things for people without wanting anything in return. So the fact that you told people I did that for you, thank you. Because if you tell all people all the good things I did, they wouldn't believe it anyway. But they'll believe that bad things that I'm doing. They'll believe somebody saying that, but they won't believe the good things. So thank you, Joseph. Go ahead, Lisa. Lisa, can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead,
I
dear.
was trying to get to the chat because I couldn't see.
Oh, it's
Okay.
gone now. She said that what I do is work of the devil, not God.
Oh, wow.
Basically.
Wow. Well, again, that is a confirmation that there will always be people, right, who
Right,
don't understand or who don't have the emotional intelligence and the spiritual intelligence. Because if people really knew, I'm sure your followers know, right?
right,
But if people really knew the work that you did s- behind the scenes and the work that you've done for many, many years, this queen of accountability is one of the things that you do, but that is not who you are. right?
Right.
I know for a fact that many people have been helped, including children,
Thank you.
and the work
Thank
that you have done, right? I also know not only do you hold people accountable, and I know sometimes it hurts. I mean, who wants to be exposed, right?
right.
So, of course, people are going to come for you because it
Facts.
hurts. So, we have to expect that. But the truth is, not only have you been accountable, but you have been confidential. And see, people may not know that about you. There are some things that you know that you have never uttered, right? And
Right.
so people don't know the integrity, that part of you. They
Thank
only hear the person who is that appears to be very dominant and very vocal. And so if you're an insecure person, that's all you see,
right.
right? There is a
Right.
spirit behind everything. And so the work that you do to help people, people don't understand that it is powered by a kind deed. They only see the outward, but behind the scenes, it is the work to help someone. People are being helped and healed and made whole. And it may not be the way the next person will do it, but guess what? It's not their assignment. It belongs to you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
do.
people, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, and she's that. Okay, it's your assignment. It doesn't belong to them. So
Right.
you hold fast to that, queen, and you just walk in it. Continue to. You know, there are going to be people that hate you, but I don't know anybody great that they didn't. Let me tell you. I don't know if people saved don't hear what, but this is the truth. I'm gonna tell you two things. And I want everybody to remember this. The Bible says they hated Jesus without a cause.
Mm.
Baby. Okay?
Come on.
That's
Yep.
the Bible. The second thing, remember this scripture. Galatians 4 and 16. Please put that in the chat. Galatians 4 and 16.
Cheryl,
And, and
Galatians
it
4:16, Cheryl.
and it reads, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? Boom.
Mm.
Baby, do
I
you
like
understand
that
what I'm
one.
saying? Am I your
Can you say that?
enemy because I
Can you say
tell
that
you
again?
the truth? Am I your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Mm.
Okay? So we have to
Pastor,
understand that.
we have a pastor on this chat too, Pastor Janelle. She's on here.
Amen. Amen.
I
Amen.
love her.
And so let me just tell you, I am a pastor. I am a pastor as
Stop
well. But
playing.
the,
I
the, the
called her the
truth
pastor. I'm
is,
sorry. Didn't mean to
amen. No, no,
disrespect
no,
you,
that's
Pastor.
fine. You call me Marcia. No, no, we're good. We are
Okay.
good. You can call me Marcia Elisa. I'm saying my name. My name is Marcia Elisa. It's okay.
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 Mm-hmm.
So the point is that there always are going to be people who are operating in an adverse spirit, right?
Right.
And it is easy for the enemy to just target people who are great. And so you have to know that this is um, strategy, and the enemy already has his assignment. But your assignment is to do what you're supposed to do. And again, it may not look like what everybody else would do, but you have to be mindful that you have to stand and walk in it. Right. And so
Right.
I just want you to be encouraged, guys. Just know that, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? And then also, the other thing is they hated Jesus without a cause. Without a cause. So what you think they gonna hate you? Of
They go,
course. Of
oh, they
course.
hate me because I call stuff. I
That,
call
you know,
kids taken away. I cause people to go to jail. Well, you know what? That's called accountability, and you don't have
right.
to. I even had a judge call me by my Instagram name. When the judge called me the queen of accountability, I know I lost everything in life at that point, because that means she went back and looked at some stuff. And when you got a judge that is recently divorced and it's a Latina, I already knew I didn't have it. But addressing me by my handle and not who I am, that right there is a violation. And
That
I'm
was
thankful
judgment
that,
too. Yeah.
yes, that
Mhm.
was personal. When she called me
Yeah.
that, my stomach went all the way down to my toe, because I said, I know I'm in trouble. Because like you told me, no one that, if they didn't know me and they looked at my social media, they'll think I hate women, and I don't. What am I
Right.
doing that counts as hate? Holding them accountable. But if you're a judge, you feel like you're the only one that can hold someone accountable. I went to school for this. So when I was called the queen of accountability in court, I knew I did not win, because I was judged off of their personal feelings about me. It wasn't business. And that's okay. In life, you're not going to win every game. Michael Jordan didn't win every game, but he was still the GOAT. So at the end of the day, it doesn't mean it's over. It just means that this wasn't the time. See, the victory is God's. I'm going to get the victory. I just didn't get it then. But I want you guys to know that when someone looks up your handle and calls you by that, know that you're not going to win anything. So I'm
And
not mad at that. I've handled that outside of this, but that really shook me when I was called by that name when that's not the name on the paperwork. But again, that's
let
what
me say this,
he was
Stephanie. I'm
the
sorry. They
Go
put
ahead.
in the chat the wrong scripture. And so I'm just going to say this. I'm sure there's some wonderful people on here, but
Galatians.
sometimes what the enemy does, and I'm not calling you guys the enemy, is to try to switch you up and make you like a false person. It is Galatians 4:16.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
said.
my apologies. I
It's
did
Oh,
that.
no,
okay.
it's okay.
It's
And I'm
okay.
not saying you, no, no, let me just say I'm not calling you the enemy at all, but he would like us to make mistakes. So it would look like, okay, it's somebody on here saying something false,
Correct. But
because
I
we,
learned from my mentor, Miss
mhm,
Daphne, you take
mhm.
accountability, and I took accountability from
Oh,
my.
no,
Oh,
I
you learned
appreciate you,
from who?
Queen. No,
Wait, whoa. You learned from who? Because I don't like women. I don't like you.
I'm
How
just
did you learn that from
saying,
me?
I was taught that you should be
mhm.
accountable for the things you do. I mean,
Oh, I
Mm.
church taught me
appreciate
that.
it. But
Well,
sometimes we
church
do
taught me
things in
that too.
error. Sometimes we do things by mistake.
But
So I want you to know that
Lisa,
wasn't
can
that.
we safely admit that you've held me accountable a couple times too?
Me?
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
And
But
how did
that's
I
what
react to
people
that?
who care about each other do. Listen, you should be able to check me. We've talked about this, right?
Right.
That's that
If
girl
you
code.
are
That's the
my
good girl
friend,
code.
if you are my friend, right? And I care about you and I've let you in my circle and me in yours, right? You should be able to check me. And if I have attitude about that, then there's something wrong. I might get mad for a minute, but I should be able to come back and say, you know, you're right. Right? It's
Yeah.
it's so it's so important. Hear me out. I've walked into a strip club before as a pastor, right? I've had one person say, you know what, Pastor Marsha she was in the strip club. Pastor Lisa, it just depends on who they call me because I have two names. Pastor Lisa was in the strip club. I would rather you say, Marsha, are you okay? Because that's not like you, right? Instead of spreading it and saying, well, I saw her in the strip club. What if God told me to go in there and grab somebody out? See, it's all in how you look at things. I would want somebody like you to say, "Are you all right?" See, we don't have enough of that. It's just the first default is to judge, right? And so when
Right.
you hold people accountable and you trust people and you care about them, you can have those conversations. So yes, I've checked you and you've said some things to me. And it has nothing to do with age. We have to understand that. Maturity has nothing to do with age. And just because I have a title attached to my name, I am not exempt from living in this world. And I could make a mistake, right? So it's important that you have people in your corner that you can really trust, where there's no envy, no strife, no
Mm.
competition, but love.
That's
Miss Lisa, may I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So everything you just said right there with competition and love goes right into what I'm wondering. So when these people are acting like this, what's the difference between the facts and the feelings? Because they're speaking feelings, not facts. So
mm.
what do you think about that?
Feelings are dangerous,
Yep.
and you cannot have sound judgment when you're in your feelings. And in
Yep.
ministry, we call it your flesh.
Yes. Yep.
So you have to have a sound mind in order to make a decision. Um, when people are in their feelings, honestly, they don't care about facts.
That's
I'm
true.
just going to be honest. So
Mhm.
it doesn't matter if it's true or not. This is what I feel. I've heard people say, well, I feel the Bible means it ain't your feelings. The Bible means what God says it means. What do you mean you feel? Do you understand what I'm saying? Your feelings will get you caught up. Your
Hmm.
feelings will have you laid up somewhere with some guy that said he loved you and you believed him.
Mm.
Your feelings. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
And so
understand.
when we do better, we know better. When we know better, we do better. And sometimes we don't know better, and that's okay. But when we do, it's like, wow, somebody told me, you used to strip. I didn't. But if I did, guess what? I used to. But thank God he delivered me and I'm not that person
Mm,
no more. Do you understand what I'm
mm,
saying? If
mm.
we really believe there's a God, and I'm not trying to make this a religious thing, but if we really believe there's a God, how come we can't believe he's a deliverer? And
Shoot.
he didn't come for the
You're right.
perfect. He didn't come for the perfect. He came to
Lisa, let
clean
me,
us up.
Lisa,
Came to clean us up.
you said something
Mhm.
earlier before you got kicked or before you left and came back. You said that a hater, or maybe you didn't refer to them as a hater, but why do you think people are so driven with digging up someone's past? So like you said something from years ago, like let's say from 15 years ago. Let's say someone did something 15 years ago. Why do you think a hater would try to figure that out to use that against that person today if they're not living in that same mindset, the same, predicament that they were in 15 years ago? Why do you think they would go so hard to dig? What are they
'Cause they're,
scared of? What are they trying to
'cause
do?
they're wounded,
Mm,
and wounded people hurt people
mm,
because
mm,
that's how they fight. They don't fight fair. And so wounded people are fighting a battle that they don't even need to fight. They're in it by themselves and they're trying to make you join. And so they're wounded. And because they're not whole, so the goal is to be, happy, whole, healed, but because they're not happy, whole, or healed, they're fighting in the flesh.
mm.
It stems from rejection. Remember earlier I was talking about maybe they were that guy or that little girl who never got picked to play,
Right,
or maybe they have
right,
self-esteem issues. I'll give an example. My best friend had freckles growing up, and I wanted freckles. I didn't envy her, but I was like, oh, I'd be cool if I had some freckles, right? Everybody else was hating on her because she had green eyes, and I was like, oh no, I loved her because I wanted freckles. But then there are some people, like I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like, when I was little, I used to hate the girls with long hair. I was jealous. And I was like, what? And I didn't know that about her, but this is real. People be hating on you and you don't even know. Um, and so there are people who grow up with that hole has never been healed. I don't like a person that's popular. I don't like a person with slanted eyes. I'm just using you. I don't like a person with slanted eyes because I always wanted slanted eyes. The boys like the girls with the slanted eyes. And so even though they've grown up and perhaps they have a degree and perhaps they, have accomplished some things, maybe they have their own business, but if they're not emotionally mature and if God hasn't healed that wound, they powered by the enemy. That's it. And the devil don't play fair. And he's
mm.
not a person with a pitchfork. He's a spirit. And if you have an opening, he'll use you.
Well, he
And
been
so
using
that's
a
why.
lot of them lately. Oh, he using them. I definitely
Definitely.
appreciate you, Lisa. I really do. I know you said, hold on, dear. I know you said that you were, pressed for time, but I do
Yes.
appreciate you
Thank you so
dropping
much.
these gems today. And I know that some young girl heard what you said and they're thinking differently now. I appreciate you, Lisa, for being in my life, and thank you for being the gem that you are. You are a beautiful, strong, powerful woman. And thank you for also holding me accountable. And we came to an agreement, and we didn't have
Yes,
a
ma'am.
disagreement where we, oh, post my stuff online. Oh, I'm doing. Thank you for being true to who you are, and thank you for talking about my integrity. Because what we talk about on talking terms, I would never disrespect you if we fall out. Everything we talked about, it stays right inside. So thank you for
Well,
saying that I had
well,
integrity, because a lot of people don't have that anymore.
well, well,
So
can we just
thank
keep
you.
it real really quickly?
Yeah, we can.
We have had a disagreement and it was no love lost, right?
No, no, I remember. And
Right?
I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. I was mad.
Right?
And the thing is, when we came back, we laughed at it. But you showed me that I can disagree with someone and distance myself for a little bit. And I didn't see nothing on the wire. Oh, here's her text message. I appreciate that, because women like you, they don't come. They don't
I'm a
come often.
grown
They're
woman.
rare. You're a gem. There's a lot of gems on this podcast tonight. Every gem on here. And I
Amen.
appreciate all
Amen.
of you ladies. I appreciate Cheryl, Slickman. These were my moderators from day one. Daquan. Shout out to Daquan. He's a really good person. A lot of people that know personal things about me. And if we had a disagreement, I never saw it online. That's rare, because people only want to be around you so they can pick apart the things that they don't like and use it against you when you guys fall out. So, Lisa,
Right.
thank you. And I'm going to call you later tonight anyway. So, thank you,
Yes,
Queen.
and I'm still going to listen in, but I'm
Okay.
going to get out, but I'm going to listen in and still be in the chat and everything. But I want to tell you, just continue to be encouraged. You know who you are. You
Thank you.
do. You know who you are. And guess what? You're not perfect. I'm not.
Oh no,
Cheryl's not, and
I'm far
everybody
from
else in
that.
here. But
Far from that.
everybody in here is not. You're not alone, is what I'm trying to say. But you're
Facts.
trying to do good for people. That's
Thank
the
you.
difference.
Thank
And
you.
so be encouraged. And I hope I didn't talk too much,
No,
guys.
you didn't.
But
You did wonderful. And guys, I want to also tell you that Lisa's going to be helping me with a couple surprises coming up. So I want
yes,
y'all to know y'all have been pressing me about something since last year. It's coming and it's going to be good. So Lisa, I'm ready to work. I'm
all
ready.
right. All right. I
Thank
love
you, Queen.
you. And
I
thank you,
love you too.
Cheryl. All right, you guys have a good one. And like I said, I'll still be in the chat and I'll listen in. Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, who was
All
talking?
right.
Who was trying to talk before Lisa? Before I interrupted them, who was that? Was that you, Janelle, or was that you?
That was me. It was.
It was okay. Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry to interrupt your thought. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So I wanted to, because I know how you met everybody else, but I wanted to tell you how I ran into you. Um, that last Facebook that I got cut for being accountable on, one of the brothers, Marcus Aurelius, I love me some Marcus. He was like, listen, there's very few women that hold women accountable. He said, there's a woman I want you to check out. And her name is Daphne. And I said, okay. He sent me her page. He said, you know why I'm sending this to you? And I said, well, why is that? He said, because you remind me so much of her. I was like, oh,
Mm,
that's cool. So I went to your page. I checked it out. I was like, what you do is what I want to do, right? On the level that you do it, that is something that I would want to do, right? Because my thing was,
right.
I was holding people accountable, but I couldn't really stick it to them because I couldn't find them. I didn't know where they was at. You know what I mean? But I was definitely on you, and I was gonna find you, and I was gonna get you. I made it my mission, right? And
Dang.
so it was so funny. He was like, he was like, I would love for you two to meet. If you never meet, he was like, at least you follow her. And so I've been following you. I was like, I don't care if she never be my friend. If I never speak to this woman a day in my life, I just want God to let her know that, she got 100% follower in me. But it's
Oh
just so
well.
awesome to know that somebody
Thank you.
compared me to you. So for me, this is an honor to be able to sit on this podcast and have this conversation,
Girl,
right?
stop. Stop
No,
before you
I'm
make
so
me
serious.
log off
I'm
and go
so
do a dance.
serious.
You better stop
I'm
before
so
I end
serious.
this tonight. Quick. Let me tell you something, Janelle. Janelle, someone comparing you to me, I am thankful for that. I want you to be better than me. So I will gladly take you under my wing and show you how I do it and pass the torch to you. I want to tell you, anyone that wants to do what I do, you have to understand what comes with it. A lot of hate. They will dox you. They will, take pictures and alter them and post that and say, this is her. They will sit up there and call you names. They will sit up there and talk about your family members, alive or dead. You have to be willing to take all of this. This is not an easy thing to do. And I want to remind you guys, 99% of the threats, the hate, it comes from Black women. And I hate having to say that. I don't get this from Becky's. I don't get this from Maria's. I don't get this from no other race but my own. So I can only go off of what's being done to me. And 99% of the people who want to see me fail, they are Black women. And I can say 85% of them are single with a lot of meows in the house, are single with something. But what I want you guys to know that I did this for 9 years without any blemishes. And when I let my guard down, I'm in court 5 times a week. It should never be that way. But unfortunately, women want my position so bad. They're willing to lie, steal, cheat, investigate, and make up any story under the sun. So to anyone that has been supporting me, who has seen me on videos, who have seen me in person, you guys know what to believe. I'm not going to sit up here and validate myself to strangers. I'm not married to y'all. So my looks shouldn't even be a concern. What I do shouldn't even concern you if you're not messing with me. Now, if you are on my team, you're going to talk about me every day. And I've had people talk about my mental health website. You don't have to like what I'm doing, but I'm very successful in what I do. And I sell a lot of merchandise, and I sell it to celebrities, to regular people, and I give a lot of stuff away. So no matter what people say, Janelle, if you really want to do this, I'll show you. But I want you to understand that it's not easy. You have to have very, very tough skin because people are going to say things about you. They might say you're a porn star. They might take a picture of you and alter it and say, this is her. You have to be willing to deal with that because these women are jealous of me. If they weren't jealous of me, they wouldn't be speaking about me. And anytime I bring down a woman, someone's in my inbox saying, I thought you supported Black women. You're a Black woman. How can you go against the code? You're a fraud. There was a woman that tried to get me to look up her man and see if he's cheating. How are you mad at him being on a dating app and you're on a dating app? I just hit her with logic. And she said, well, forget I said this. Good night. I didn't come out here. I never come at people disrespectful when I ask them a question. If anybody's looked at my content, if there's a woman in a group saying all Black men should die, if I say, why do you feel that way? Well, listen, you idiot, dummy, pick me. They come at me with aggression every time because they know who I am. Today, I commented on somebody's post. She made up this elaborate story about dating this guy, but he was broke, and telling him that she died. And then all of a sudden, he's doing well. And now she wants to figure out how she can tell him, hey, I'm alive. I called that story cap. But see, you got these women that believe it. I didn't believe that. So when I put cap, that got more reactions than anybody's. And you know what made me smile? Over 40 comments of people saying, the queen of accountability is here. She's here. She's here. We missed you. So no matter how many people talk about me, there's a lot of people out there that love me. And they're going to say that all this stuff is fake. Today, I found out on Instagram that over 500,000 people have viewed my page in the last 30 days. And 13 of those days is when I was online. I actually deactivated my pages for 17 days. And only certain people noticed that I wasn't online and reached out to me. They thought something happened. I took a mental break. So to know that many people came back to check on me was crazy. And I appreciate the love. I had people reaching out to celebrities, and they know
I'm telling you.
Yes.
That was me.
Yes.
I was
Calling me
freaked
like,
out.
what? You reached out to Godfrey, right? So
Yeah, I sure
to
did.
do things like that, it just tells me that people really do love me. And even though I might have a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 rotten apples that hate me, I have over 1,000 that love me. So hate is what comes with the territory. You got to look at it as love. But I wanted to play another video, guys. I had a couple more, and then I'll get back to you guys. Hold on. This one was one that I really wanted you guys to hear. What this woman said, it's going to speak to a lot of people, and it's going to piss some off. But check this out.
And since we on girl code, let's talk about it. If you're my friend and you don't like a person, you need to give me an explanation as to why you don't like this person. I cannot stand for somebody to be around me talking about, I just don't like them. It's just something about them. Baby, what is just about them? Do they have some clean, godly spirits that's upsetting your demons? What is the problem? One thing about me, baby, big Aries energy. I go to war with whoever about my friend. As long as I got a valid reason as to why we going to war, we going to war. But we ain't going to war because you just don't like them. Sorry to tell y'all friends be haters and y'all be falling for it every time. Y'all be around here tooting up y'all noses and y'all faces, getting mad and being mad, not liking people because your friend just don't like them. Whole time, your friend just a hater. That's why y'all ass be turning around, falling out, because whole time your friend was just a hater. But no, y'all like to get on the internet and say, oh, y'all ain't girls. If you my friend and you fuck with people that I don't fuck with, then girl, why don't you mess with them people?
Man, I liked her energy. Y'all, I'm not even an Aries, but I love her energy. She's right. You got these women.
She's right.
Man, don't like Daphne. Okay. Now you got a whole bunch of people not liking me. That doesn't hurt me. You know, and at the end of the day, guys, what she said, you're not going to get me to hate someone because you don't like them. But there's another one that I want y'all to see. This woman right here, she's very pretty. I noticed that she's not only beautiful, but she's smart. I like this girl here. Check this out.
I don't care how y'all try to slice it. The girlies with the least amount of friends are the realest ones, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, they're not just going to sit in your circle and be copycats. They're not going to follow you. They don't yes man to everything that you got to say. They're going to hold you accountable, and they're going to say, girl, you're wrong when you're wrong. Number two, they're not dealing with your buffoonery. Like, I am the type of friend that if you're in the wrong, I'm going to tell you, girl, no, you was wrong for that. I don't care in what situation. If you bring it up to me and you want my opinion, keyword, bring it up to me. I don't ask you about it. You bring it to me and you want my opinion as your friend. I'm going to tell you the truth, regardless if you like it or not. A lot of y'all need friends that's going to be honest with y'all and not sit in your face and be like, girl, yes, you was right. No, sis, you were wrong. And I'm going to tell you you're wrong. Really been around someone that you know is jealous of you? Like, you can feel it. Like, you know for a fact that person's jealous of you. You watch what they do. You watch their movements. You watch how they interact with you. You see the fake smile, if they even give you a smile, okay? Because they're so jealous and you can't seem to figure out why. I'm here to tell you it's because of that light that you have. It's something about you deep down on the inside that they just wish their miserable selves had. Sometimes jealousy comes in all forms, okay? So don't think it comes with an age limit on it. Don't think it comes with the gender on it. It does not, okay? It's free for all. It's free game, okay? People will get so jealous of you that they'll try to harm you and hurt you in any way possible.
Y'all heard what she said, and she's right. When people are so jealous of you, they will try to hurt you and harm you in many ways. They don't care because they're jealous. It's an emotion. They're triggered. So if you guys listen to what she just said, that's what Lisa said. There's a light that I have that they'll never be able to reach because of their jealousy. See, they're in the dark and I'm in the light. So they hate what I'm doing because let me tell y'all something. If I didn't like somebody, I'm not posting you on my platforms at all. I don't like you. But if I love you and I'm jealous of you and I want to be you, I'm going to keep using you for content. Y'all see how that works? So I sit back and I laugh and I say, again, thank you. Now it's becoming repetitive. Same stuff, different day. That's all it is. But you guys have to remember who you are. Sharon and Anti. You guys are wonderful women. I know who you guys are outside of this. You guys know who I am outside of this. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I don't care if 50 women get together and say, she's ugly, she's a liar, she stole $50 from me, she stole 1,000. Guys, those people that are wolfing and saying things that are, let's say, about me that's illegal, tell them to show you a police report of me doing this behavior. But at the end of the day, they won't, because they're not doing anything but going to social media because they want you to believe their stories, just like they lie on these men. A lot of women also hate me because I've talked to their baby daddies. I've went in their inboxes to say, hey, your girl's in this group saying this. That's what I do. If you don't want your business to be told, don't put it out there. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm not your friend. I might be an acquaintance, but I'm not your friend. Don't call me that, because a friend wouldn't put you in a position to lie, cheat, steal at all. So anytime your girl's saying, yeah, if he call you, tell him I'm with you. Okay, sis. I'm not the one to tell that to. I'm telling. Where's she at? Busting it open at Pookie's house? Busting it wide open, sir. 35th. And I'm telling. Don't put me in no position to hide your secrets. Be a woman and own up to what you're doing. Come to the light. But see, I don't know too many women that will accept that. They'll say that I'm going against the girl code. I'm a pick me. I'm not happy in my marriage. Aren't you married? Shouldn't you be with your husband? You can't tell me what to do with my life. That's the thing. Worry about your life. Why y'all worried about me? And anyone that's digging up a past about me, it's the past. I don't care. I don't live there anymore. I'm mature. I wish that these women would mature, but no. They entertain folly and they act like fools online thinking they're doing something and they're not doing nothing. So I need you guys to understand, women, do not let other women change your perception of somebody else. You come to your own opinion about someone. If they didn't hurt you, they didn't talk about you, don't let someone control you. Don't let someone tell you to lie for them. Because if they were your friend, they wouldn't put you in that position to lie. Because lying, it also has consequences. And you'll be right a part of that consequence because you lied for them. Y'all got to start having your own mind and saying, no, sis, this ain't right. But a lot of women don't do that anymore. The new girl code is all about hurting people online, cyberbullying, making up stories, making somebody sound like they are just the pure evil. Y'all know I'm not like that. But people that talk about me, they haven't known me long. So I expect them to assume. And what does assume mean? They're making an ass out of themselves. Not me, they are. And I have people that email me, text me, they're talking about you again. They're talking about you again. I don't even need the text. I'm good. I'm not focused on them. I'm about to be blessed with some big things coming up that they couldn't take from me, that they will never take from me. So I want y'all to know that if you're listening to this show tonight, you don't have to stand by the girl code. You're not a sellout if you call something out. You're not a sellout if you tell your homegirl, I can't do that. That ain't right. He didn't do nothing to me. She didn't do nothing to me. But you are controlled if you do what they tell you to do. Do y'all even think about what they're telling you to do? No, because women are emotional creatures. And they will sit up there and say, I'm going to just go with my feelings. And then when the dust settles, you're like, damn, why did I listen to her? A lot of people can relate to that because you guys are allowing someone to control you. They're calling me a narcissist, but they're actually controlling you. And you don't even realize that. So I'm
It's like
telling my
that hive
followers,
mind, Daphne. It's like
huh?
hive mind behavior.
Yeah, girl, no. The beehive. Oh, but you know what
Well,
they
you know
say?
what I mean though? It's like that hive mind, like when that one little bee is just buzzing, 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 then because if you pay attention, to some nature, you'll see that when the one is just buzzing, then all the ones around them start doing the same thing. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden the whole hive is up here rocking because that one little group, and it's that hive mind behavior. They don't take the moment to think for themselves. And
No.
everyone says common sense is not common anymore. That's starting to get old. We just gonna have to start calling people stupid. I mean, I don't know. That's not right
No,
either,
I
but
I'd rather say ignorant. I try my best not to insult people.
you're
Like
right.
when people
That's
say I
right.
talk about people's looks, no, I don't. I might talk about their hair or what they're wearing, but I don't talk about people calling them. You've never heard me say to someone, "You're ugly as hell" on a post because I would be on a
Never.
30-day ban. I'm actually very careful with my insults. I'm very PG. But what I'm saying is there have been a lot of ugly women who've come at me, and I'm like, I'm not going to entertain it because I know who I am, and I know they're just struggling. Not just a struggle face, but a struggle mentality. And at the end of the day, I feel like when a woman is confident, living life, and happy, like they claim to be, you'll see it on their face. But when you see people hating all the time, you see wrinkles, you see a lot of weight gain, you see a lot of, 3 or 4 necks. You see that because it's wearing on them. But once they let that hate go and they start redirecting that energy, they become beautiful people. The sad part is a lot of my haters have children. How dare you get online acting like a fool? How dare you? What kind of mother and father are you? A bad one, in my opinion. And if your kids are underage, people will start to question how they're being raised. That's how it works. So you always got to be careful what legacy you're leaving on this media. You got to be careful because it can come back on your kid. Like, dad, mom, you were really acting like this. You're supposed to be teaching me something. So I should harass and stalk people for the rest of my life. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the advice. No, if your parents are teaching you that, don't do that. You remember in school, remember when we were young, if you don't like somebody, don't even give them your energy. Don't even hang with them. Just cut them off and move on. We were taught that young, but now nobody can do that because they need that person for clout. I don't need anybody for clout. And I want people to understand that when you're married and you're happy with your life, you don't let people below you hurt you. They'll taunt you. Do this, do that. I wish she would. All cap, all bark and no bite. So why would I entertain someone that I know is all bark and no bite? It's not even worth my time when I already know what you're about. So I need you guys to understand that this girl code is stupid and I will never support it. I don't even support the bro code, but they're not as bad as these women. You got these women. I had a woman reach out to me and say, "Yeah, remember that post you shared? Yeah, they're all talking about you in this group. And all these people, I don't care. They're in that group for a reason. I'm not in it. They don't want me to see it. But let's not forget how I got a group shut down before. I can do it again. But I want you guys to know that to those beautiful women and men out there who think for themselves, who want better in life, you won't get there hating someone. You won't move forward. I haven't seen that one of my haters doing better than me. They might say they are, but if you're talking about me, you're not doing better. You're stagnant. So I need you guys to understand that you have to become a better person for yourself and for your family. And unfortunately, you're not going to get my attention. You won't. I've learned to be quiet during times where people are loud. That's why I used to call them hyenas, but I told my dad I'd stop. Y'all know hyenas, they travel in packs. And you hear all that noise. It's a bunch of noise. And you're like, oh my gosh. That's what I used to call women. Now I have to call them unhinged or unstable creatures. Trying to be nice. But to those people out there that hate me because someone told you to, I hope that eventually you'll form your own opinion. Because if I did nothing to you, there's no reason for you to hate me. But it's okay. I've learned in my life that the people that you do a lot for, they're the first ones that stab you in the face. Not in your back, in your face. Let's take the back part away. They'll do it right there. That's the world we live in today, especially Black people. You will sit there and feed them. And the minute you can't feed them, you're a narcissist, you're fake. They're giving out all your personal information. That's what Black people do. I'm used to that by now. And it's okay. But I want you young women to know if you really want to do something for yourself and you want to make it in life, form your own opinion about people. Don't let somebody tell you who to hate because they're an insecure, bitter fool. You're better than that. You are. And to my haters who can't keep my name out of their mouth, I hope you heal from your trauma, from you getting picked on as a kid, from you looking in the mirror and not loving yourself. Going online every day saying, how can I think? What can I do today to destroy Daphne's life? Let's say this to those people who can't sleep at night because they're so focused on me. I hope you redirect that energy to your family where it really matters. Redirect it. Hating on me won't get you nowhere. It hasn't gotten you anywhere. You're not going anywhere in life because you don't know how to form your own opinion and come up with your own ideas. Instead, you're living in my world. The world that you claim that's fake and fraud and not, but you're in it because if you don't like me, you wouldn't talk about me. So I know you not only like me, you love me. I appreciate the love. Thank you again for 26,000 subscribers, y'all. Like I said, I didn't expect to get there. I didn't expect to get to this point. YouTube is not my thing. I love Instagram better than every platform, but y'all did that. Y'all did that. And to those people who told me, Daphne, I know who you are. I don't entertain it, blocked and kept it moving. Thank you. Because y'all know who I am. If I had a show, it'd take me a whole week to bring everybody I've helped this year onto my show. It'd take me a week. So when I bless people, I bless them in private. I don't need them to share it online. But I appreciate those who just feel inclined to do it. I'm not going to stop you, but I appreciate it. So I wanted to tell you guys I will be doing more shows, and I'm sorry for the distance, but every now and then you got to put the cape up. And I'm not a god to anyone. Don't look at me like that. And I appreciate my subscribers. You guys don't threaten people. You're not out there trying to kill people and harm people. I've never had one subscriber do that. But if you are new to my page and you think defending me will help me, I don't need your help. I say that all the time. I'm okay. But I appreciate it. I just want you guys to know that this girl code, I will never stick with it. And I have a lot of content to push out because I've been very busy. But I want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, there's no celebrity podcast. So all I'm asking from you guys that really love and support me, don't listen to what haters are saying. Their job is to be negative. Don't listen to them. That's their job. You'll see that they talk about Daphne every day because they don't have a life. I'm their life. That's a fan. What did Kendrick Lamar say? You a fan, you a fan, you a fan. They're fans. Because if I don't like you, I ain't talking about you. But if I love you and I'm jealous and I want your life, I'm going to talk about you every second. I'll post at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3, because I want people to know I hate you. But I really love you. That's what they see. You hate her, but you love her because you keep talking about. Exactly. See, people with a brain know that. People without one is going to say, keep going, sis. Expose her, sis. This psycho, this narcissist. Stop the cap. Stop. Guys, also, I wanted to give a shout out to the chat. Cheryl, Slickman, Anti-Hyena, thank you guys. The Pink Pill, I haven't seen you in a while. Shout out to the Gray Pill podcast. I absolutely love that podcast. When you guys get a chance, please check out the Gray Pill podcast. I absolutely love the work of that podcast. Man, Miracle. Oh, you know what? I do have a video. Guys, there's one more video I want to show you. This was one of my clients who just gave me a shout out today, Kwame. Kwame came into my life and I gave him a few, tools. And this is going to be a very successful man very, very soon. I believe in what he's doing and I support people who are trying to make it in life. I don't promise people to take them to the top, but I do promise people to help them promote their business. Now, you guys will know that Kayla, when she told me about her daughter, I shared her daughter and it went viral and she was getting calls from the news. I don't ask for anything in return. But ever since I did that for her, Kayla became a big person in my life because I helped her and her daughter. Like I said, so when people tell you that I don't like kids, I absolutely love kids and I will protect them even if they're not mine. You just might not like it. So I wanted to show you guys one more video. I still have this one. I hope this is okay, Kwame. I still have this. Smoothhub.com. This man has a very good business selling cupping devices. If anybody knows about cupping, athletes use it. People at home use it. It helps increase blood flow. There's a lot of benefits to it. So I support you, Kwame. Keep doing what you're doing. But guys, I'm so glad I kept this show under 2 hours. Y'all don't know how happy I am. Kayla again, talking about what I did. Kayla, you say this every show that I've helped you, and I want to say thank you, because you know I didn't do it for the accolades, and I didn't even know my reach until you gave me the opportunity to share your beautiful daughter. And I'm so glad that you guys love the hoodies. You know, my website, mentalhealth2011.com, people might talk about what I sell. Oh, her shirts are cheap. But you know what? Celebrities are buying them. So I don't need your approval. If you go to my page, you'll see over 20 people rocking my shirts, from amputees to regular people at home. So my supporters are all over the world. Shout out to Leon Rogers, the Destin legend in Chicago, on the barbershop, comedian, actor. He's the voice of on the radio. So he's bought my shirts many times. I've sent shirts to Tim Jameson, who used to play for the Texans. So people might not like me. Richard Jefferson, people that actually are millionaires. What have you guys done? So when my haters question me, tell me what celebrities rocking your stuff. I'm listening. That's what I thought. So you don't have to like my shirts. You don't got to buy them. But people are buying them and they are rocking them. You might not like it, but it's not for you, right? So at the end of the day, I want to say thank you to those people who continue to support what I do. I haven't even been posting my shirts until like the last 2 days ago. I've started posting it again. I'm revamping some stuff. But listen, guys, I appreciate all of you guys. And I want to say thank you for supporting me. These shows are going to get better. I got some more verses coming up. There are some people that not want to go combat with me, like, you a hoe, you a hoe. Nothing like that. But I want to give people the opportunity to tell me what they don't like, so that we can all get together and work it out. I'm not one to say, I don't like you, so I'm blocking you. No, if you have the guts to come on the panel and tell me what you don't like, I'm going to give you the opportunity. And I tell people not to judge. So at the end of the day, guys, we got this. We are in this together. Shout out to my subscribers who are not violent and crazy like they say you guys are. I know y'all not doing nothing crazy on my name. I know y'all not. They don't got not one proof of that. Shout out to You Ain't Shit for watching too. I think I saw him in there. Hey, shout out to you too. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for, attending my show during the Olympics. I picked the wrong time, clearly. But I want to say shout out to the USA. They have been doing a great job. But guys, listen, there will be more shows. I will be coming up with better ideas. And there's going to be some celebrities popping on my shows coming up. So I just want you guys to know that even though people are out here destroying my name and reputation, you got to look at where it's coming from. They were once a fan. They used to be a fan. Hey, Queen, I love what you're doing. I want a consultation. I love what you're doing, sis. You're amazing. Then when we fall out, you're a narcissist. You're fake. You're fraud. You're ugly. Here's a picture of her, guys. Let's laugh at her. That doesn't faze me. It doesn't. I'm still married. Yo, this stuff be funny. Sometimes I watch it with popcorn. That's how funny it is. So, guys, listen. Y'all good. Thank you, Kayla. You said that my stuff ain't cheap. Thank you. Ace Boogie, thank you so much. Thank you. And I got a lot of people from all over the country. I've had people from Baghdad, Ireland, Paris. A lot of my followers are not from America. So when people talk about my Facebook and your followers are from, I've went viral maybe over 300 times in my life. So when you post something publicly on Facebook, anybody can share it. But if you go to my followers, why would I even buy followers on Facebook if I'm not even verified? How am I making money? See, sometimes you got to use your little brain that God gave you. But see, when women are jealous and hateful, they'll make up that narrative. I don't got to buy nothing. I was at 89 for a long time. I actually went down to 90, and I think I'm going to go back up to 91. So at the end of the day, I don't care about the amount of followers I have on Facebook. I'm not trying to make money off of it. So at the end of the day, thank you guys for watching my channels and telling me about me. I didn't know. But at the end of the day, guys, Black women, y'all got to do better. You guys have to find something different in your life to help you. I cannot help your trauma. You have to go get help for your own trauma. I'm sorry you guys are broken women, because if you were healed, you wouldn't have nothing to say about me, but you're not. And I don't know what the outcome is for these women. Are they going to talk about me until they die? Well, good luck with that, because I'm going to be in a whole nother lane. I'm not even focused on y'all. So keep being bitter and lonely and meow and all that in your life. I'm going to be over here married and happy and thriving. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you from Aruba. See, they say my followers are made up. Okay, so I don't know how you say your name, Snicka from Aruba. Here I have a follower from Aruba, but they'll say that this is me too. This is me in Aruba talking to y'all, and I'm in Aruba. So when they say my followers are not international, y'all better check my stats. My followers are international up in here. Y'all just mad that y'all ain't got it. But keep using my name. You might get a like or two or a view because you're using me. But you'll see when they post something that isn't about me, it's crickets. So I get why they need me. They're trying to get to my level and they want to do it by bashing me. So to those who really love me, please ignore those idiots. Please. That's all I'm asking you. You know who I am. Okay? He said California. Shout out to Jeff Will, man. Nicole Johnson, I love you too. Thank you, Nicole. And Nicole, you were right about what you said. I got coming out soon. You were right. We rock with you. I rock with you too, Queen. The Olympics are ass to me personally. I rather watch Daphne's podcast. Thank you, Slick Man. And I know you're not just saying that because you have a wrench. So yeah, 40%. Oh, guys, if you go to smoothhub.com and you purchase a cupping device, Kwame said use his name at checkout and you'll get 40% off. It says 49, but he made a typo. 40% off. So if you have a loved one that's an athlete, or if you're trying to increase your blood flow, it also reduces the appearance of cellulite, ladies. Y'all know that cottage cheese behind them thick thighs? That cupping device will help smooth that out. So I think you guys should really invest in Black businesses. It's important. It really is. Kwame, thank you. Thank you for what you sent me. And I will make sure that it gets into the right hands. At the end of the day, guys, I'm all about promoting people. And if my haters were to tell me, Daphne, I want to call a truth, I'll be willing to do that because I'm the bigger person. That's how it goes. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, I hate you. I don't hate people. I don't. Sorry, I can't. But if you want to keep this going, good luck. Because I'm going to keep thriving. With or without your hating on me. It's going to still happen. You can't take it away. So I just want you guys to believe the truth. And you know the truth will always set you free. Someone said Sacramento, Miami, y'all everywhere. Can he put a link in the chat? Hey, Kwame, go ahead and put the link in the chat again. Y'all, if you look at his name, it says smoothhub.com. I mean, it's a dash, but that means dot. Smoothhub.com, Sharon. Okay? Okay, guys. So with that being said, guys, I'm cutting this show out, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.